Hey there, comic friends and fiends. It's Rob from in front of the Great Wall of Comics. And returning back to join us once again, Chris the Comic Vet. Now, I was mistaken in thinking that it was more of your comic book fight club, but it turns out this time you were gone because you were huffing 75-year-old comic book newsprint. That's what I heard.
We don't talk about my problems on YouTube, Rob. You're breaching the trust.
I didn't know that Canada had rules against huffing 75-year-old comic book newsprint.
I'm trying to maintain an image here, sir. But yeah, it's good to be back. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Was when the young lady that just said Slab Hub, was that a new take? Because it
No.
sounded kind of different. Okay.
That's still
All right.
it's still my wife, and
Yeah.
she adores you for saying young lady.
It gets me every time. I'm cool. The countdown happens, and then the intro happens, and then she says Slab Hub, and it gets me every time.
Well, hey there,
Yeah.
folks. It's time for another episode of Slab Hub, the sexiest show on YouTube, at least the sexiest comic book show, hosted by at least one large fat dude and one Canadian.
Kind of. Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that.
Let's see. Let's say hello to everybody who's out here today. James Willie, he's here to win it. Never could figure it out. How you doing? Another winner, man. It's the Hall of Champions. These guys win free books. Sold twice. How you do? Then they all show back up out of the woodworks, which is fine. We like return visitors, and we do have giveaways again today. Navs, how you doing? Best here to double up James's chances at winning. I see Eli has joined us, and my man Shop for Comics. He's here as well, joining us. Excellent. Well, we're giving everybody a couple more set moments to get. I got something a little bit different today, and a couple housekeeping things. So, first, we're actually going to open up something. This giant box here, and what this is original comic book art, pages that I got from the IRF Authentics secret art box. I can't remember what the exact name was, but it was a mystery box. It was only available to returning customers. It was like a $300 box, and you got an original comic book, or there was a chance at getting original comic book pages. There was sketch covers and a bunch of other stuff. So that was really kind of cool. And I was looking around and said, great, I got this piece of paper, but what do I do with it, right? I could frame it, yeah. But it seems like, but it doesn't do anything for authentication or anything else. And so I was looking around, and of course I went to CBCS because obviously I can't go to CGC. And CBCS does not do art of this size. So they have original, or at least not that I could see anywhere authentic verifying what size they would go to. It seemed to be that they would do sketch cover books, but that was about it. Well, lo and behold, PGX East, the new division of PGX, has the new guy that they brought on that came from CGC, along with their poster and money grading guy. They are authenticating comic book pages and art up to 11 by 17 and encapsulating it. Now, that's not going in the hard case. They're doing the inner well, sealing it with the label and stuff, apparently, but they're authenticating it and everything else. And I said, well, let me try it out. It was only $30, and I sent it off, and it took 2 weeks. It's back.
Wow.
Now, I will admit that there are some things that during that conversation with Rob, who's the guy who's owning the PGX East, so it's like he's basically like franchised PGX, and it's its own separate website, its own separate all this other stuff, which is kind of weird. But he gave me some of his sob story about, I tried to reach out to them initially because their website says contact them before sending in art. So what do you think I did?
You contacted them, Rob.
I certainly tried, sir. So if you got to contact somebody, I go to their website and I'm looking for their email address, to contact them. And so I find there's only one email address, and it's the normal PGX email address. I said, well, okay, it's one business. Maybe it is, even though it's got 2 websites. I'll send an email. I get no response. You send another email, no response. So then I sent a message through the PGX East Facebook page, and I get a response back. So, well, where'd you send the email? I said, I sent it to this email address. Oh, well, that's the wrong email address. I said, well, that's the email address on your website. I can't help you if you put the wrong flipping email address on that website. And if that's the case, why can't the people at the other web address at least say, hey, you actually want this one, right? If you're going to be co-branding under the same brand.
Or forward it on your behalf.
Then he starts to give me his sad sob story about how he's really stretched out trying to get this business up and running, and somebody he hired to do his web took, I don't even remember what the dollar figure was, but it was way more money than anyone should pay somebody to create a website, and like ghosted him, and like, well, he can't fix it and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, I don't care about your sob story, man. Just tell me what I need to do. And so we eventually got this off and back. So this is now probably, aside from maybe if I get more art like this is probably the last thing I'm ever going to do with PGX. And that is a different story unto itself, as we're going to open up a lot of PGX books. I didn't have a problem with PGX books, as we've talked about several times, from a standpoint of, look, I understand they have a different grading system, all this other stuff. It's cheap to encapsulate, everything else. That was never a problem to me. I had some minor issues with some of the quality on some of the slab stuff, and they were working to address some of that. But recently, the new PGX East business has done something that, in my mind, is the cardinal sin, and can't just completely eliminates them as a grading company for me. And what that is that they have opened up a business called 9.8 Wednesdays. And the day that books come out, you can go into their shop or contact them through their website, and you can get that day releases available in a 9.8 right there. No waiting, nothing else practically. My cardboard fold that had the art in it is empty. So that means that page must be still in here. Anyways, so this is a problem because at one point in the past, one of the knocks of one of the old complaints that had really hurt PGX in the past was claims that one of their graders was grading books and then selling them. And that grader was supposedly fired. Daniel Peterson's gone through great lengths to try to that person was fired, and we cleaned house and all this stuff. But then he gets into business and shares his company name, with somebody who's now opened up a shop selling 9.8 books the day they come out. And that's a conflict of interest, in my opinion. You can't, I mean, no matter how great of a service it might be and how much they might promise their integrity, people are going to question the integrity when you are the grading company and you are selling these books. You don't have much of a leg to stand on that front, in my opinion.
Yep. No matter if it's a 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, that particular Wednesday, it's getting slabbed as a 9.8.
Yeah, I mean, they're claiming, oh, if you don't think it's a 9.8, you can return it. Well, that doesn't do anything to eliminate people's thoughts that there could be. You don't have impartiality that you're claiming to be as a grading company, and this is why when I listen to these interviews with Steve from CBCS, the head grader there, and he talks about that he doesn't even collect comics, because of the fact he doesn't want to, as the head grader of a grading company, he doesn't want to have any perception of conflict of interest, so he doesn't collect comic books, he claims. So, but now you got a company who is selling their own graded books.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's the reason why I'm done with them. But so what they have here is, so they took a big piece of art here and they've put it in the material they do their inner wells. So
Yep.
it's not graded the other, and then they've put the label on it, and we have OA on it for original art, and it's labeled Mara number 4, page 11, published and signed by Norm Rapmond. Let's see if I can get that to focus on that for you.
Rob, you better blow yourself up there.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's like I have a momentary brain fart, and you know which camera I'm looking at, too. There we go.
Very nice.
And so, there we go. It's nice and clear. The art comes across very well. And now that art is preserved. Yeah, you're right, Nav. It's not MJ. If it was MJ, I'd need a room. But anyways, so that's kind of cool. I mean, at least from a service standpoint it's something that I haven't seen CBCS say that they do this. My understanding is that they're limited on their size, but if that's the case, at least you have an option of getting something like this preserved, sealed, and verified that it is authentic. So that's kind of cool. I don't know where I'm going to hang it now. Now I could go get it framed, still around that, and hang that on the wall.
Very nice. Ta-da!
All right, I think that's some good Stalin. What do you say we say hello to Cat Fan Comics, who's joined Cat Fan Comic Man, who's joined the channel as well here. And what do you say we get into some slabs?
Let's do it. It is the title of the show.
Yes, indeed. All right, first up, Volume 4, the first appearance in cameo of Cindy Moon, the 1 in 25 variant.
It's the Amazing Spider-Man. Very nice. I can remember the day that was released, along with the other 40 variants that came with it.
Yeah, but I haven't seen very many of these.
No, I agree. I have a couple of the variants myself. I have the Fan Expo exclusive that came out, and I actually thought that cover there was actually one of my favorites. And
the
game. That cover is actually one of my favorites. I'll be honest. The normal variant where it's just like we have Peter with his mask off.
Yeah,
I believe that was done by Ramon Perez. It's a fun cover, but to me, it wasn't it wasn't a banger cover.
Right. Sold Twice. Yes, you can get with PGX and you can get yourself on file with them, and then your work could be submitted for certification through them. Then I'd be able to send my Harley Quinn and my Harley Quinn Gossamer book that you did for me and get that slabbed instead of having it sitting in a top loader. Then I might have to actually have one more book graded by, or at least have it put on. Actually, I probably just have it put it in an OA tab instead of grading it. But all right, next up, number 2. Here's a Midtown Comics variant Spider-Man. This is issue number 2. The black cat there.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nothing special here. Second appearance of Cindy Moon in cameo. Okay, now we're gonna jump. Sorry, I don't have another copy of number 4. Number 4 is already on the wall. It's only one. But this is a great cover. This is a KRS cover, convention exclusive variant for Amazing Spider-Man number 1, volume 5. So the current Nick Spencer dumpster fire, but an amazing cover.
Ooh, yes. Very nice. That's not Delato, is it?
It is.
Yep.
I was thinking the same thing when I was looking at it. That's very Delato-esque. Well, yes,
Yes.
amazing how much Delato looks like Delato.
It's true. He always does the Nero eyelids too on Spidey
Well,
suit.
and he does a lot of these hanging on the buildings with these columns or gargoyles
Yes.
or other architectural features. Very European, almost as if, I don't know, he was from
Possibly.
Europe.
And I'm going to drink to the end of Nick Spencer's run here.
Oh, hallelujah.
As much
Although
as
I have mixed feelings.
I'll say, as much as I'm personally somewhat enjoying the Chameleon Conspiracy with Jessica Parker, and that's the only good part of the whole storyline element. Nick Spencer, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, Nick Spencer will go down probably most famous for Amazing Spider-Man issue 55, and that's because of the webhead cover done by
That's
Patrick
really
Gleason,
yeah,
which has nothing to do with Nick Spencer at all, but it was in Nick Spencer's run. So kudos, Nick Spencer. You're part of a very famous cover, and toodaloo.
I mean, potentially here, he's done some the only saving grace amongst, but it's lost in a lot of this dragged out story with freaking whatever Osborn's name is this time go round. I can't remember, Kindred or whatever. Is that he's done some work to get Mary Jane and Peter. At least he's seeming to move them potentially back together. And to me, that's what it's needed. Mary Jane grounds Peter Parker and has been, she is really the superhero more than Spider-Man is, in that she allows him to she takes on so much of his pain, his guilt, his stuff, and takes care of him and carries that emotional burden and frees it up for him so that he can go back out there amongst all the stuff. That and that's what makes her such an amazing character, considering where her arc began as the party girl. And so any movement towards getting them back together and undoing that horrific, another dumpster fire of an idea of Brand New Day or whatever the hell it was called.
Oh, Dan Slott, yeah. One more day, brand new day.
But the only thing that causes me to fear, I think, is this teasing us that Ben Reilly's coming back. I'm so tired of freaking clones, dude.
And now Miles is going through it too.
I want my clones in Star Wars. I don't want them in freaking Spider-Man.
But yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that's the end of our Nick Spencer rant, everybody.
Well, for now. Another Nick Spencer book. But this is a J. Scott Campbell 1 in 25 incentive variant. Unfortunately, I didn't get the great grade on it. It's still a decent grade. Don't get me wrong. But it's an MJ cover. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Now, is that his store exclusive, or is that just a normal variant?
This was an incentive variant.
Okay. Very nice. I am a big fan of the black suit, I will be honest. But yeah, that's some J. Scott Campbell goodness.
Who can't? Look at those. Her legs go all the way down to the ground.
Right.
What a woman.
Her thighs are thicker than her waist.
All right. I loved the Battle Lines covers. Some of the best just B covers that were done. I mean, this is a great cover.
Yep. It's nice.
It's simple,
nice and bright.
Just awesome. This is a Sujin Joe. So there you go.
Very
awesome.
Nice.
Great detail in the webbing even. I like its twisting as it comes out, which actually makes sense for it to maintain its integrity over distance.
And everyone loves the spaghetti webbing now, right?
But I'm not sure where to go with that, but I guess he likes a long torso with short legs. Okay, and here's another Battle Lines. This was Amazing Spider-Man number 8.
Very nice. Very nice.
And this was a Yoon Yi cover. Okay. So we have Batman.
Ooh, we have a key.
457. All right. And so this is, of course, this is the first official Tim Drake as Robin. Tim Drake has, before this, puts on the Robin costume, but he's not officially Robin at that point. Batman was not approving. This is also the 000 Indica error variant. So that's noted up here. It's a 000 Indica error variant. And what that is, if you have this book, if you flip open the inside and it says the title and it tells you the printing and such, it'll say Batman 000 instead of 001 or whatever. So, or maybe 457, maybe it's instead of 457, whatever. Anyways, the point is it tells you that it's all zeros instead of whatever. So it's an error. Is it more valuable? Well, about that much. Maybe if it was a 9.8, it might be more, but as a 9.4, it's about, fetches me an extra $2. But it's kind of cool just to have little minor printing errors and whatnot. The fact that they fixed it and everything else. All right, so here we have, this is, as I recall, God damn it, I'm sorry. There's no notation on here, and I want to check myself before I wreck myself, because that's right, shotgun slugs are bad for your health. Very good. I'm glad that you remember the lines. Storage box, we're doing this box, so I want all comics and that box, and we're down to here. No, this is apparently, yeah, it is. Okay. So this is a minor key. So here we have Batman 570. This is the second appearance of Harley Quinn in the normal comic continuity. So the first one, of course, being right over here, this Batman Harley Quinn special, and then this being the first technically regular book, but it's the second time in regular continuity Harley Quinn shows up. So
I'll say both of those books are actually a little challenging to get in a 9.8.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a lot of dark, front and back too. There's a lot of dark on the back, so it is definitely not a simple task. And surprisingly, I bought this book raw off of eBay. So
very nice.
Now, okay, Batman 600. Not really a key. I've never really figured out why this book sells for the price it sells for, other than maybe it's just fucking badass cover.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think cover art is carrying that book.
Yeah. It's not quite carrying it quite like a McFarlane cover, but it's still it's still doing pretty well, because this book will sell for typically 600. This is about $150. Wait, 100 Batman 600. About $120 book, but it's an awesome cover. I do like the simplicity, a three color simplicity. You're not big on Batman. How dare you not be big on Batman? I'm Batman. Well, wait, no, sorry, different show. Hey, saying hey there, Kenny's here. Last week's he played the role of Chris for us.
Oh, very good. Good job.
All right. Oh, these are fun. I'm going to see how well these show up with the condom on them. If I have to pull it off. and go straight raw dog or not. But so these are the series of 4. These are going to be the lenticulars,
Right.
the Batman 23.1. What what doesn't show up very well on the camera, these are amazing. The depth of field. How, I mean, it's not like a 3D coming off your face, but it's the depth of field, which is what I always liked when you go to a movie and you would see 3D movies. I hate the gimmicky stuff where stuff comes off the screen at you, but I love the depth of field 3D stuff, because mostly, especially in the movies, the stuff that comes out at you ends up getting blurry because your mind starts thinking the focal distance is changing, and it tries to focus on something where it's really not, and it sucks. But these books, again, it doesn't show up very well here, but the depth of field on these lenticular covers, amazing. So this is Batman 23.1.
I agree. I remember when those books, that season that those books were out, the Justice League ones were really good too, and the Justice League Dark, and I believe Justice League Canada actually even got one as well. But yeah, see, there we go. Now we're talking straight fire. Look at that.
So there's our 23.
Love that cane.
23.2.
Yeah.
Batman tied up in the background. And these are those Gilliam March covers. All right, you ready?
Let's
23.3.
Oh yes.
What? That's right.
Everyone's kind of focusing in on the penguin. You got to look a little bit north.
Oh,
very nice.
But we ain't done, son.
More fire with the backbreaker himself. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, these lenticulars.
Bane's literally flexing that grade for you right there.
Dude, and I mean, I wish it really would show. It doesn't really, seeing these on camera does no justice looking at them. The depth into all these hoses and stuff going back into this, it's just so awesome. His arm is literally coming up off this, layered over everything else. It just doesn't show up well on this camera at all, but it is just a beautiful cover. And what's great about these lenticular covers is that they're so they're hard cover. They don't take, I mean, if they get damaged, you're fucked.
Yeah.
There's no pressing it, but they take a good resistance. So if you protect them relatively well, it's very easy to get a high grade on them. And that's why we're seeing even the, it's not uncommon even on CGC to see a bunch of 9.9s and stuff on these types of books.
I agree. Yeah. It's a very thick cardstock. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This was a book that I railed against. This book is vastly overgraded and has no business being a 9.8. But it's not a PGX book. It is CGC DC Crimes of Passion. This was a pre-order 9.8, and I have an entire video on this book where it has detailed snapshots, but also, and because I'm not gonna be able to show it in here, but there's just all kinds of color rub and breaking and chipping, and I mean, there's just so many issues with this. It has no business being a 9.8, but it's just an example of that. Every company gets it wrong.
So what we got there, everyone, is a Monday morning book. When someone first arrives, they haven't cracked open their coffee. They picked up a Dunkin' Donuts down in Sarasota, Florida, and the first book across the table is just like, I don't even care. 9.8. Let me just enjoy this for a minute.
Well, they probably also, this was an unknown comics. They probably sent in, 400 books to get, the exact same book, and
you got it.
And this is the
Yeah.
problem I have with really the guaranteed 9.8, what it's done to the business. Not only, well, some people have focused on signing events causing delays at CGC and others, and that's not it, because they would have had books from conventions if the conventions were going on and stuff. So
it's one and the same.
It's one and the same, except that actually all their staff is actually in Florida instead of spread around trying to do these conventions in different places. So in reality, in-house signings are probably better for them. But during this pandemic, the explosion in retailers selling their own variants and guaranteed 9.8s and stuff, where they're sending in, huge piles of the exact same book to have graded, and these guys are just grading the same book over and over and over again. Not only is there volumes of it, but it just makes them lackadaisical. In my opinion, at least I would speculate.
Very monotonous for sure.
I'm speculating. All right, let's do one more, I think. And actually, we're gonna do 4 more, and then we're gonna pause to do our giveaway, because I can't do one of these and not do all of them, because it's another block of related books. Yeah, now Bandbox is doing CBCS with signed copies. That is true. I'm getting that as well, and we've started seeing some retailers even selling guaranteed 9.8s on them too. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it is what it is. All right, here we go. How about some McFluffer?
There we go.
$5.75 McFarlane Detective Comics.
Let's take a guess on the year of that DC book. 86?
87.
Ah.
The year 2 story begins.
Yes.
This is with off-white to white pages. These were just I found these 4 books somewhere. So I was happy to get over a 9 once they got pressed. So here we go, $5.76.
Yeah, that's quite the run that he had there before he moved over to the other franchise. Mm-hmm.
$5.50 or $5.77. You never guess what this one is. That's right. It's $5.78. Now let's guess which cookie's different. No.
Wow, you just took me right back in time there, man.
Yeah,
that ad.
Here comes the fudge. Introducing striped Chips Ahoy.
Right. I think after that run, it was the meatloaf run that was on the back of. Yeah, but anyways. Yeah.
All right. Let's give ourselves some giveaway time. Yeah, Batman with a gun. Yeah, you don't see that very often. Not at all. Usually when you see Batman with a gun, it's usually Thomas Wayne. Let's see here. And we're going to do... let's see, we're going to go hashtag stop huffing newsprint.
That's a lot.
So I've written it in there. That's what you got to do.
Copy and paste, everybody.
Yeah. Hashtag stop huffing new print, because I typoed it. So now we're going to do exactly what I wrote. So it's new print, not newsprint.
Total different thing.
Yeah. This is probably why it was illegal in Canada, because newsprint is fine, but new print is not. Anyway, so what you're going to do, in case you're new to the show, hashtag stop huffing new print. There, we're going to run the we're going to do a hashtag comment grabber, and the winner is going to get himself a 5-book pull from the pull box, and then we'll do another one at the end here and see how we go from there. Actually, I'm feeling generous today. We're gonna do a 7-book pull because this box is getting full. I've been restocking it, so I'm gonna do a 7-book pull. So that's what we're gonna do. So today is crazy. All right, let me hide that for a second. And let's see. We've got. I see a couple here. I see stop Huffy new print. Stop Huffy new print. Stop Huffy new print. Stop Huffy new print. Making sure nobody's got any typos in there. Okay. All right. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 13 watchers have hit that. So I'm going to give you another few moments to get your comment in if you haven't done it yet, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab what we got. And if you're lucky enough to be paying attention right now, you win. You could win, I should say. James is going, why are you waiting? Don't wait. Beth and I both got ours in. We're 2 out of 7, brother. We're loving these odds. Thank you, Shop. I appreciate that. Smashing that that like button. That's right. All right, let's go ahead and grab it. Let me bring in the let's add this into the stream here, and let's go ahead and let me make my actually let's do this. Can I make I can't make myself smaller. All right, let's start collecting our comments. 7 entries, and let's go ahead and hit it. Let's see who's got it. And our first winner of the day is Never Could Figure It Out. Congratulations, sir. All right.
and he totally put a sarcastic post up too.
Congratulations again, James. That's right. Nope, you're the winner. All right, so we pull out the box here from behind. Let me slide this back. All right. Whoa. So what we started doing a little bit different here from last time. I will go back and forth, and you can stop me at any time. Alternatively, you can call a number from the front or a number from the back, and we'll count and pull them off that way. Additionally, the first couple books in here, as usually are kids' books. So if I pull it, we'll set it aside, and it Never Could Figure Out, well, just let me know, does he want it, or does he want to pass and get a different pull? Because I'm not going to force anybody necessarily to have Donald Duck or Scooby-Doo if they don't want it. All right. You ready, Chris?
Ready.
We're going to get him some good books, right?
Right. I usually deliver. How about this? For the first 2, we'll go numbers.
Okay.
How about we go 7 from the back for the first?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, am I pulling the 7th, or am I moving the 7th out of the way and pulling the 8th?
Pull the 7th.
7th book. Okay.
Since we're 7 entries, we'll pull the 7th, and then we'll go 7 from the front as well.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Oops. I grabbed 2 books out, but fortunately this one was in front, so I know this was the 7th. We'll put that one back in. All right. So 7 from the back. We have Witches, a Snyder book.
That's a good cover too. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. And I won it from it cost me nothing. I won it from that Spider-Man booth. Look at that. Oh, I need to rebag this before I send it out though. This bag is split. But Bad Egg Halloween Special.
Yeah.
There you go. Congratulations. And the next one, Wolverine with classic Along Came a Juggernaut cover. Congratulations there. This is Wolverine number 93. Based on what I see on the barcode, because it doesn't have a issue number anywhere on the cover. Oh, down here in the barcode, number 93. All right, well, there you go. Okay. Ready?
All right, let's do the rock and roll in there. Yep, and stop. Ooh, that's right up front.
Uh-oh. How about
Oh,
some
man.
Supergirl? Look at that. I don't
Wow.
know. I hope she was wearing dance pants under her skirt. Otherwise, floating down. Everyone's looking up.
It is Slab Hub.
That is a beautiful cover. This is art germ cover.
Mm-hmm. So
All
we get
right.
one towards the back, and now.
Ooh. How about some DC Comics presents Superman and Dial H for Hero?
Very nice. Some 80s goodness there.
See, that is 4. So 3 more books.
All right. Now, right in the middle there.
Oh, big, nice.
You're
Marvel
welcome,
Legacy
sir.
1. First appearance of the 1 million BC Avengers.
Very good.
Very
Very
cool
good.
book. This is a wraparound cover and a gatefold cover. So this
Wow.
is a Joe Quesada. This cover folds out and wraps around, so it's a 3-panel cover. Freaking great book. I have I have another version of this too. That's the black and white 1 in 100. That's off being graded, but this is a great freaking book. Whew,
Okay,
that's a great.
so how
pull.
many is that, Rob? How many is that?
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would normally be it, but
That would
because
be
I was being
normally it.
generous, he gets 2 more books.
All right, let's count 5 from the rear, or pardon me, 7 from the rear. Count
7 from the rear again.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're pulling 7.
7. Yes, pulling 7.
How about a Tyler Kirkham signed with COA?
Wow.
Mr. and Mrs. X.
Never could figure it out. If you're not subbed up to me right now, man, you got to go sub me up. You're welcome, sir. Oh my goodness, I'm pulling all the heat.
Information is down below.
I'm pulling all the heat. So
all
Rob, right now, how many people do we have in the chat?
14. Oh, well, there's 14 people viewing.
Okay, let's count 14 from the front and pull that 14th book.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I spaced out what came after 7. 9. American Education. 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Here we go.
How about some X-Men and King Size Annual number 6?
Ooh. Very good. More 80s love.
Book. Yeah. Goodness, X-Men.
And look at that barcode on there too. Very nice. Newsstand.
Very good pull. Wow.
Rob, you got a lot of good books in that box.
It's not filled with just garbage. It's just stuff that I either have other copies of or it doesn't really fit into my collection necessarily. And rather than do a bunch of mystery boxes, I just decided I wanted to give books away.
Wonderful. Good job.
So never could. I have your information from the other week, so you don't need to send me your address again. We're gold. All right. Let's get back to some Slab Hub, and then we will do another pull, another 7-book pull at the end of the show here. Let me go ahead and do this so make this easier for myself. All right. Oh, yeah. Now I'm cooking with gas. Whew. All right.
Uh-oh. So we just lost Rob. He'll come right back. And all right. Well, I got slabs here. I can show some of mine. I can show off some of mine. And he's back. Okay, so we're good.
I accidentally bumped. I have a slide out keyboard and tray, and I bumped it, and the mouse started to fly. And when I went to grab the mouse before it could hit the floor, I clicked the button, which apparently was over the studio and exited right out of the studio. But hey, fortunately, we're back. All right.
All right.
Doody doody doo 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 doo. I don't know if I want to show this. This is too awesome. I don't know if you guys can handle this. No, I'm just kidding. How about some Spider-Gwen, the first solo series? There we go. Look at that. I love these covers. Nice. These are great. Very simple, very nice. Elegant. It's great. Robbie Rodriguez art, Jason Latour story, Chris Anka cover. Oops, I gotta move Never Could Figure It Out's books out of the way. There we go. All right. Continuing that theme with some J. Scott Campbell love.
Ooh.
99.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Now, what was interesting was so I've not usually seen that. Usually the exclusives are all the same title, but here this time on the back it was different exclusives for different books. But yeah, this some great Spider-Gwen action. 9.9.
And he doesn't always necessarily do like a full background either, so that cover is actually a little special as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get this signed.
Yet.
Well, no, you know what? I have a rule. I usually don't crack 9 9s and 10s and send them in for signatures. that's generally just guaranteed to get you a grade drop. Oh, this is a great book. Great cover. This is Spider-Gwen 25 from the second series. The 24 was the first appearance of Gwenom, but this is the retelling of Spider-Gwen's origin with that cover, and I'm getting a lot of glare off my lights, not showing very well the greatness that is this book. This is a comic exposure exclusive, which in my mind makes it like you're lucky you got it, because comic exposure
sells out like that.
Well, no, they don't ship.
Oh, is that okay?
This is the one that you can't get a hold of.
With.
Yeah, you can't get a hold of them. They're the ones like when you go on Facebook and you look for them, like on Facebook, you'll find there are 2 different fan groups dedicated to calling them out for their BS. One of them is my favorite. It's called Comic Exposed or Exposure Exposed or whatnot. But yeah, if you try to call, you go to their website, try to find their phone number and call them, their phone number just goes to voicemail or disconnects. They don't answer emails. They don't do anything. And it's like, I placed an order with them without doing my research on them. And I had to wait like 9 or 10 months before I managed to get my books finally. And they weren't like books that were waiting for them to be released. They were all released. It was just awful. But here we go. Here's some more Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider. So this would be the 3rd series, number 1. This is the Art Germ cover, yes, in the variant, Virgin variant. Wonderful, wonderful cover.
Fantastic. Now, I know he sells some of those books off his own website. What's on the back of that one, Rob?
This was an unknown.
Okay. Very nice.
All right. Here's some. This is just classic. We will make fun of how many times this cover is covered or grabbed or whatever, homaged. But it's because it is just a classic.
There we go. Yep. The second most homage cover in Marvel history, in my opinion.
I mean, there's only probably 6.5 million copies of this out there, but you know, is point to the fact that you can still buy raw 9.8 candidates for $25 easily, if not less,
or two for 40.
Yeah, I mean, you get them on it, you know, that Spider-Man booth all the time, 50% off on Mondays, you know, but still, I mean, if you don't have one of these, I mean, this is an old slab now, so I've had this one for a while, but this is just a classic book. I unfortunately don't have the gold one. All I have is the silver slab, and I have the green that was actually removed from polybag and such. But
I have the green that any yellow labels signed by the Canadian guy that did that.
Oh,
It was a
nice.
gift from my woman, so I'm happy to have it. I've been watching a lot of those Boxed Heroes superhero box unboxings lately. That $350 lottery ticket where you get an opportunity to get AF-15 as the super grand prize. A lot of those signed Spider-Man number ones
Oh,
are being tossed in as the as the
as a
big hit of the
congratulations.
box. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's the thing I've always liked. I mean, I probably have, like 20 or 30 copies in my
Hmm.
box. So I mean, it's one of those books that you had a lot of copies. It's not so much that I have a lot of copies thinking that, oh my God, someday this is going to be worth something, because I'll be dead before it's worth anything significant.
Well, yeah, and
You know,
let's be honest, it was a world record holder for most comics sold, one particular issue for a short amount of time
yeah.
before X-Men 1 got rolled out. But yeah.
But it's just one of those books, though, that it has some basic value to it. And if I am doing mystery boxes and I'm ever find myself
Hmm.
shy on something, it's like you can throw one in there and nobody says, "Oh crap, I got a Spider-Man #1 in near mint condition."
Yeah.
Nobody says that.
No. And it's a good book to trade too. A lot of people just enjoy that cover. A lot of people are working on that set of all the different colors too. Still 30 years later.
All right, let's mix it up. How about the first appearance of Doppelganger?
Oh yeah, some Eric Larson love. Very nice.
It's random out of the thing, but hey, it was one of those. This is one of man, Mark Bagley again. Does that man do?
Was it Bagley? I thought that was Larson. My
Well,
bad.
no. The cover is Bagley and Milgram.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Bagley's just like that poor guy, man. He must have been like captured and put into indentured servitude with the Marvel for. I love Bagley. He's got great art. All right. So recently they relaunched Spider-Woman. Whole bunch of #1s, but there's only one #1 that really matters. Peach Momoko.
I didn't see that coming.
No, that's I don't know. There's probably others, but this is what this was a 1 in 25
Mhm.
incentive variant. So it wasn't even a store exclusive. You could get it, but it was just an incentive. And 9.8. It's about an $80 book. It's a great cover. One of those things where it's not super childish, and it's just a great example of some of Peach's work. I mean, it's no Yoda, don't get me wrong, but
It's not the Yoda, no, but that is very nice.
Speaking of Star Wars, not necessarily a key, but it's a 1 in 100 variant. So Star Wars 26. Actually, at one point I had 2 of these.
I've never seen that cover before, Rob. Who's the artist on the cover there?
It's
not Cassidy, is it?
Stuart Immonen.
Eminem?
Yeah.
Good Canadian boy.
So yeah, no, at one point I had 2 of these. I got this in a Unknown Comics ratio mystery box. So it's like you get the mystery box came with like 2 1 in 25s, a 1 in 50, a 1 in 100, and then a slab or something. I can't remember. It's probably like 150, $200, something like that. Way but so this was like I ended up getting like 2 of them, and this was like my 1 in 100 book that I got with these sketch Star Wars books, which I didn't complain too bad because hell, somebody, as people like to know, I'm kind of into the Star Wars.
Little bit, guys, just a little bit.
All right.
As my sarcasm detector blows up. Okay.
Let's go to a big boy book. As far as a modern biggish, I should rephrase that. Let's go a modern biggish boy book that has a ton of potential in front of it, and is of course we've talked about Strange Academy many times. Strange Academy #1 is a is a very big book with a lot of spec potential upside. But there's one book of them all, of all the variants, that everybody really, really covets. Do you remember what book that is, Chris?
Let's see. Are we talking the 1 in 50, the 1 in 100, or are we talking artist variant?
Artist variant.
Let's see. I remember Art Germ was there. I remember Scotty Young was there. I remember J. Scott Campbell being there.
Uh-huh.
And there's one that I feel like I'm missing. Did Peach do one?
I don't know. Look at me and tell me, do you think that Peach might have done one?
And the segue presents itself, everybody.
So there's one right here, right? So the Virgin variant of
Magic.
The Peach Momoko, Strange Academy #1. This book limited to 600 copies of the Virgin variant. Super fire book. And of course, magic, just look amazing. I was very careful to only get my signatures on my trade for now. This one I will not get signed until I can get Peach herself on a signing. And then I may crack it open and have her sign it along with the trade, so I could have the trifecta on the trade. But
very nice.
But yeah, just a beautiful book. I was so happy to be able to get this. This was a comic mint, and
the special thing about that, the added special. Sorry, Rob. The added special value to that is that's actually one of her first Marvel covers as well.
Yeah,
and the fact that it's Magic, who, in my opinion, outside of the New Mutants line or whatever, and the odd X-Men title, gets no love whatsoever, and she's Omega. Like, I really enjoy Magic, and that cover, like I was going through the big ones that are out there, and then there's lastly that one that's in his hand right there, Peach, and Peach kind of came out of nowhere last year, as we all know. Comic Tom refers to last year as the year of the Peach, but that's one of her first early Marvel titles.
That book. It was at a time where like getting some Comic Mint was doing a bunch of these. They would do the Virgin and the 3,000 copies of the trade and 600 or 750 copies of the Virgin variant. And those Virgin variants within 2 minutes would be gone. So to be able to have gotten one and paid at the time the initial price before none of the aftermarket price. I bought that direct, so I paid probably $50-$60 for the 2 books. I think it was probably what it was. I'm obviously very happy to have that, as that's close to, it's going for about $600 right now. So, all right. Oh, I always felt like I should have gotten this one signed, but I have the trade dress version signed instead, but that's okay. This here is another speak of the Comic Mint, and this is the Virgin variant, 750 print run. This is number 142 of the 750. So this is our Clayton Crane, Superior Spider-Man #1. This one, I know when we had this problem when I showed off the one that was signed, that oops, crap, I just dropped the COA, all the glare
on the tombstone.
Yeah, Here Lies Otto Octavius. That is just a phenomenal cover.
Yep, an homage to himself. Very nice.
Excuse me for a second. I got to bend out of screen here and pick up my COA that I had in here. This is how I know there are those people that like to have. I've talked to people, they've had their COAs encapsulated with the book, but I don't like that because I want to be able to see the back of the book as well too. Even though this is just pretty much, there's no ads or anything. So I just I'll just bag and board them or whatever and put them inside the condom, and we're good to go. All right. Oof. I'm rolling all over the place in the chair today. 4 books left. and then we'll do ourselves another giveaway. Let's see how we got here. Yeah Man's joined us. How you doing there, Yeah Man? And Eli, welcome
What's
to
up?
the show. Happy to have you guys here. All right. I'm gonna have to pull this one out of the comment too. I was like, the cover is so. It's like when you're trying to watch a TV show that's got very dark shot in shadows, and you're in bright light. It's just like so hard to, you know. So Wolverine #1 from the current run. This is the
Fantastic.
Virgin variant.
Beautiful cover.
Yeah. So this is the Ji-Hung Lee first cameo appearance of Lewis, who's a vampire, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, this was. I remember when I sent this one in. I had 2 of these. One went to CGC and one went to PGX, and they both came back 9.8s. I ended up, because I was nice, I gave away my CGC or in a mystery box, but I kept the PGX one for myself. And both of them, actually, the one I sent to CGC was just as bad as this one. They have those corner. These are one of my first experiences with the double thick books and the bindery issues in the corners that Marvel has that always have these tears. And I was thinking to myself that, man, I'm not going to get a 9.8 on these. And both companies came back 9.8. And that's when I started learning that the bindery tears were being considered a manufacturing issue and not anything wrong with the book. As long as it was within certain guidelines, it wouldn't prevent a 9.8. It would just prevent you from ever being able to get a 9.9 or a 10.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree. That's one of the best Wolverine covers that's been made in the last 5 years. And we all know, like, Black, White, and Blood. There's been some real good ones, but that one is just tremendous.
Yeah. Shop says looks like a colossal football special or fastball special. Yeah.
Colossus's football special. Yeah. Just
chuck
them up in the air, coming back down on them. That's just a tremendous cover.
All right, let's go to a couple. Let's go back to the. These are supposed to be 90s, I believe. No, mid 80s.
Mid 80s.
Sorry, I was not an X fan.
Right in my wheelhouse. Let's go.
These books were from my wife's collection. That was when I got. My wife had a bunch of comic books when we got married, and we moved them from one apartment to our duplex to our house. Moved them with us over and over again, never opening the boxes or whatever. When I finally started getting back into comics, I was like, okay, I'm going to go through these. I'm going to inventory what you have. I'm going to bag and board them and all this stuff. And I was really disappointed to find that a lot of them were raw in the box or thrown in bags with no boards, and a lot of them were very dry because they'd been dried out because they'd been paper on cardboard for 20 years, just wicking in California dry air. And so a lot of them, the paper's not great on them, so they're kind of relegated to be 7.5s type things, even though some of them might be really good condition. But I cherry picked a couple, and these 3 books were from that, and I was really pleased with the grades on them. So first up, X Factor #1.
Oh yes, Walt Simonson.
Which is not a super valuable book, but it's a fun book, and hey, it's the beginning of the X Factor, bringing back the original X team, right?
Right, and those cool suits, Baptism of Fire.
That's right. So we got that one there.
Yeah. That was a very, very important run for those first 20, 25 issues. A lot of things happen.
A book that has seen some gains recently.
Yes. And like I just mentioned, there's a very important run for a few different reasons. That right there is one of those couple reasons.
First appearance of Apocalypse. I was about to try to say his other name, but I
can't say so.
I can't.
Egyptian name. I can't pronounce it.
My wife is saying it from across the room because she's showing off. She's flexing. She's flexing her nerd powers too right now, so which is great. But and then last in the box here, the first appearance of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Poor Warren. Yes,
another X Factor cover. #15.
Poor Warren. Yeah, I was thoroughly enjoying that run when that happened. I can actually remember when Warren got his wings kind of crunched.
All right. That is our stack of books here. Time to do ourselves another giveaway. Also, before we do the giveaway, so next week, no Slab Hub, guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to be traveling for the 4th of July weekend. It's America here, so therefore, I probably have to go travel out of state to get drunk and blow shit up.
It's American
America, America, right?
NSM.
Yeah. So I'm gonna travel. I don't know. Actually, we're traveling a bunch of friends going up to Oregon. I'm gonna go meet up with Slotted Up while I'm up there, and
Very good. Very good.
hit a couple comic book stores up in Oregon while I'm there. But anyways, so no Slab Hub next week. We will return on July 10th with a special Slab Hub, in that I'm going to pause the already opened boxes. There is a shipment from CBCS of 20 books plus a shipment from CGC with 5 books in it that are on their way back to me right now. I'm going to do my best to not open those books, and we will open them and go through them together to see how I did on those. Interestingly enough, these shipments, I'm tracking information to see, because everyone's been talking about CGC lead times or CBCS lead times. Since the beginning of this year, I've been tracking every step of the way. And so this is the very first time that first set of books since my tracking. So the sample size didn't get any good information of what's true or isn't about lead times is not, you can't get much, but it starts to give us our first glimpse into it. Both of these shipments were sent in within 2 weeks of one another, and they're coming back at about the same time, and with some fairly comparable set of services. So we'll go through all those next week, in 2 weeks from now, when we go through those books. You want to make sure that you're not back in jail for huffing newsprint, because some of the CGC books are going to be some early ASMs.
I'll be here. No promises, but I'll be here.
Then a lot of signed books. Actually, everything that's coming back from CBCS is signed books. So that'll be in 2 weeks. All right. So let's give our giveaway here. Give us our hashtag for this one. What should we do here, buddy?
Hashtag 4th of July.
There you go. Let's do the number 4 TH of July. Don't do my I'm going to put an asterisk on either side of it, but you're not going to put the asterisks. You're going to put just hashtag 4th of July. Remember, no asterisks. Go ahead and put that in there, and then we'll do our comment puller, and we will see who gets the next 7-book pull. And I'm going to get this ready. Hashtag 4th of July. All right. Let's see. I see them coming in.
It's starting to blow up. There we are.
Turn off my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Couple more moments. What you got coming up? Well, we're waiting there, Chris. What you got coming up this week?
In the very near future, possibly today, I'll be presenting a video where I'm opening a special virgin variant that's arrived to my home. Tomorrow, it'll be 2 cool guys, 2 hot picks, where myself and Mark from Legion of Comics will be talking about 2 books that we feel that you should be consider picking up this upcoming Wednesday. Tomorrow night, I'll be going live on Mark's channel for At Week's End for a spoiler review, look back at everything that's happened this past week. And Monday, it'll be Mystery Box Monday. And then cool. Wednesday, New Comic Book Day.
They have a request for you, Chris.
There's a request. Let
So
me see.
there's, hey, can I request a Chris? Can you show the full design of your T-shirt you are wearing now with a standing full screen? Remove the earphones of yours. I don't know why you got to remove all your earphone stuff, but anyways, he's interested to see the whole design there, buddy, of your shirt.
This shirt is the September 1974 release for The Amazing Spider-Man, the month that I was born in. So I was on the hunt. I had this book signed by Stan just because it's my birth month, and it's just Spider-Man finding the Green Goblin, and then down below it's Peter and Norman Osborn, or Harry, pardon me, arguing in the street. Yeah.
Nav's saying, while you're at it, remove your shirt. Woohoo! It's Slab Hub. Get it on. All right. I think we've had ourselves our time. Let me flip it back this way. Let me go ahead and bring in. Oh, I got to reshare my screen. Apparently, I closed that window out. Share that. All right. Our hashtag 4th of July. Let's collect our comments. 8 comments. Let's draw.
Good luck, everybody. Tips for nips.
Cat Fan Comics Man is our winner today. All right, excellent. All right, let's take a look here. Let's go ahead. Same thing. You can pull front, back, or our randomizer here.
Okay, let's just take a look at how many people actually joined the hashtag first. One,
there was 8.
8. All right, let's count 8 from the front and then 8 from the rear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're pulling the 8th.
Pulling the 8th.
All right, and oops, may not mix them up with never could figure it out. 8 from the rear. Oops, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Our first book, we have Wolverine and Witchblade, double signed by Michael Turner and David Wohl.
Oh my God, you have a Michael Turner signed book? That is amazing. And I don't throw that word around very often. Trust me, I do not. Amazing is a word that I'd save for very special things when it comes to life, like i.e. childbirth.
And I just given it away.
And you're giving away a signed Michael Turner. For those that don't know, Michael Turner is an incredible, was an incredible artist who passed away quite a number of years ago. So the fact that Rob's giving away a signed Michael Turner is very, very special. Congratulations. That's it. That's all you're getting. That one book. Put the other one away, Rob. Congratulations, Catman.
And here we go. How about a Fantastic Four 188?
Yes, sir. Is that from Torpedo?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, some people may recognize it. Came out of my Torpedo box the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not collecting Fantastic Four. I recognize its greatness and everything, but I'm like, well, I'm not really collecting it. So I rather than fill up my miscellaneous box with certain stuff, sometimes I just go, I make that hard decision and go, let me pass it on. Let me pass it on. And
I get it. Some people read the FF, some people don't, but everyone can agree how important they are to the history of comics.
I used to be a huge reader of Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But lately, I tried getting back into it again, and it was just kind of like, it was taking its own sweet time, and I just kind of walked away. I said, forget it. I'm done. I got enough other things I'm going on. All right, we got 5 more books to pull.
All right, let's see if I can get one through the middle. All right, Rob, start your movement there, and now.
How about Hawkeye, number 21?
Very nice. Very nice. Great use of color there. Now. I still can't believe we're giving away a Michael Turner. Incredible.
This is Avengers, World War Hulk tie-in, Avengers: The Initiative. Yeah. There you go.
Very nice. Everyone enjoys the World War Hulk line.
All right, 3 more.
Now.
Ooh. How about Spawn number 15?
Wow. Some more Canadian love. Very nice. All right, Rob, how many people do we have viewing right now?
14.
All right, let's count 14 from the front and 14 from the back. I love you, man. Love you.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my goodness. It put out a pretty good book, and then there was great books on either side of it. It's like, this is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Maybe I made a mistake giving away so many books. I don't know. All right. First up, how about Dark Horse Presents number 36? Get ourselves some Alien versus Predator love.
Yep. Very hot right now. Alien is very hot right now.
And the last pull, it's a Torpedo 8.5. How about Fantastic Four number 210?
Wow.
In
Look at
Search
that
of
cover.
Galactus.
Very, very nice. Little jelly, Rob. Little jelly.
Yeah. If you guys, some of you guys watch my channel, you'll know a lot of the stuff does come out of mystery boxes. It's fine. I go through the mystery box, and like anybody else with a mystery box, you're going to go through. You're going to keep the books that you want for yourself, and the rest of the stuff oftentimes just gets passed down through other mystery boxes. But rather than reselling it, I'm giving the stuff away. Doesn't make it bad that I got it from a mystery box. It's still a good book.
Still a good book. 8.5 for late 70s FF. Nothing wrong with that.
And that's that, man. I really appreciate everybody coming out for Slab Hub again next week. No Slab Hub. Oh, Cat Fan Man, Comics Man. I don't know if I have your address and such, so please hit me up on IG, message me, and with your details so I can ship out your books to you. And I will appreciate it. My link for my IG is down below. Also, while you're down there, you can like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and you can see the information links for Chris the Comic Vet, so you can subscribe and like to his channel and follow him as well. So for me, I got tomorrow I'll be on Cranky Comic Chat. Whoop-de-doo. It's like 5 of us on that channel, but it's entertaining. And Monday's my mail call Monday. I got a pretty significant mail call Monday this week, and so that'll be blast enough. And then I don't know if I've got anything else going on in the week until I leave the state, and I'll be on hiatus for about a week or so. Maybe I'll go live with something if I can convince Slot to go live at one point, make an appearance. But anyways, until next time, guys, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including myself, because I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching. I don't have I'm doing all my stuff, and I don't have my outro. So now you guys are all watching me.
Here I am, all looking good and everything, and you're not even prepared.
All this stuff. We'll try again. Until next time. No.